Baby, let's just dance, dance. Let's just dance, baby. I just wanna dance, 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 dance. Can you feel it? Can you take it? Can you come and brace it? All of this electricity, do it right now, right now. Turn the volume up loud, give me your electricity.
Welcome back to the bar with Christi and Kelly. I am Christi.
I'm Kelly.
And we are your favorite partners in crime. Are we
We hope we're favorite.
We hope.
You're making an assumption there, Christi.
I am making an assumption. Well, okay, we're the partners in crime from your favorite childhood show. How's that?
Yes,
Is that a little bit better?
Yes.
Okay, so we are here. We're back. We have recovered barely from recapping episode 4, which was a tough one. Oh, I'm still not over it.
Me either.
And honestly, the beginning of this one's a little bit tough for me, but
Well, yeah, because it's bringing up the same shit.
I know.
It's like we were so glad to be over it, and now
we have to rehash it.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't rehash Paige.
I know.
I was so thankful for that.
I know you're lucky bitch.
I know. For once in my life, I'm lucky, Christi.
Yeah. Well, before we get into this week's episode, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who went over to patreon.com/backtothebar and joined us on or subscribed to our Patreon channel this week. And we have so many, Kel. If I don't get to your name this week, I promise we'll get there next week. We're trying to catch up, but there's a lot of you. So thank you and welcome. And we're going to start by thanking Evelyn, Alyssa, Brittany, Jillian, Sydney, Dee, Jamie, Susie, Caroline, Emma, Eliza, McKenna, Hannah, Christina, Jameson, Julia, Erica, Katie, Suzanne, Jessica, Aiden, Damian, Vanessa, Jordan, McKenna, Carrie, Corinne, Lauren, Danielle, Julia, Aaron, Haley, Hannah, Kelsey, Casey, Ellie, Shelby, Maria, Kaylee, Aaron, Morgan, Emily, Steph, Ann, Taylor, Jessica, Peyton, Shannon, Brittany, Rebecca, Holly, Caitlin, and Victoria. So thank you all.
Take a breather.
I know.
Mackerel.
Wow. Thank you all so much for subscribing over at patreon.com/backtothebar, like a ballet bar, not Kelly's favorite kind of bar.
Oh, okay.
I know. And if you'd like to join the Patreon, each week we do an exclusive after party. And you also have the option of watching this as a video. You can see all of our smiling.
Us being scary looking.
Us being scary. And then once a month, we also share exclusive behind the scenes, never before seen. We're saying that, but we're hoping it's never before seen.
Yeah. Yes.
Content.
People see crazy stuff. I don't know how they do it.
I don't know either. Weird things. We said that before. Like where do they
have
find
pictures
this?
that I never saw.
Totally.
Like where I know that's us, but like,
yeah, but I don't remember.
Where were
posing
we?
for that.
And like, who took the picture? Because I don't have it in my camera roll.
Nope, definitely not. But the other thing I wanted to bring up, and you said this at the beginning, you said you absolutely love to read the comments. Have you been reading more comments?
Yes, I have.
Oh, they're so fun.
I know.
I
never read comments. It's weird that and I keep tending to go to them. It's funny because I don't know. I just don't usually do that, but these ones are funny.
No, these comments are hysterical. And I think it's because people know you're reading them. So maybe they're like, Kelly doesn't like to read, so we'll give her something good to read.
Oh gosh, people know that.
Somebody said, it feels like I'm sitting and drinking with my moms.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
I know.
I don't want to be like your mom. We're the cool moms, aren't we?
Yes. Yes. So there is a comment though on our Patreon I have to read because I think it's a really, really good one that you're going to like after last week's episode. Someone was asking about the music that the kids actually danced to and what was not shown on TV and what the categories and actual placements and different competitions, all of this. But she goes on to say, her name is Keitha. She says, the reason I ask is because I remember seeing Paige's dance on the show where it was played down as her not being a strong dancer and she forgot it on stage. But then my kids showed me the real dance on YouTube, Boys, Boys, Boys. Like what? She killed it. That was a hard dance for a 9-year-old. She was amazing.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So see, we're definitely going to be trying to share as much of that type of content so people can see.
Yeah, that would be great.
All of those things. Well, as always, I have 4,764 pages of notes. So
Me too.
We have a lot to get into.
Gosh.
But before we begin, it's the best part of the day.
Our drink choice.
Yeah, what's your drink
Mine is not very exciting again.
Oh,
I need to go to the damn state store.
Yes,
I'm like
you do.
scrounging to find drinks. Here is mine.
What is it?
I'm having a Moscow Mule.
Oh, that's exciting. You have a fancy little copper cup.
These are like my go-tos. Like,
do you put the beer in, the ginger beer?
Yeah.
I would not have a ginger beer in my house.
Well, see, they're just staples. Like, it's like having like soda water or whatever.
I get
extra beer. Spicy. Do you see that? Extra spicy.
Yeah, like
Brooklyn crafted ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
It's just ginger beer, vodka, and lime. Fresh lime.
Oh, I didn't know there was. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I did know that. I used to have this little airplane kit for a Moscow Mule that you could like make your own on an airplane. You just needed a little like vodka bottle.
Well, that's cool.
Fancy. Somebody bought it for me. Okay, so my drink of choice.
Oh God, I can't even wait.
It's a sugar daddy martini.
Oh my God, you're an asshole.
Listen, my kids are grown. Well, Claire's not grown, but she's a swimmer. I don't have anything to rhinestone. I don't have any costumes to make. So this is my big thing in life now. Let me live, okay?
Okay, you live. What is in that?
Okay, so it has God, let me think. It has Bailey's Irish Cream, Kahlua, and butterscotch schnapps. It's not my favorite. It's a little sweet.
See, now I almost had, I'm going to maybe have next week, a White Russian, which is the Kahlua with, instead of the butterscotch shit, it's vodka. So it's better.
You know what? I should have put the vodka in and not the butterscotch. Oh my God, is that sweet? Wait, I need to put some ice in this and water.
Maybe it'll make you sweet this week.
No, it won't.
Oh my God. Instead of being a bitter bitch.
Yeah.
We had to get you a sweet drink.
Bitter bitch is my standard state. I'm just saying. So let's open up the episode, which is called When Stars Collide. It actually aired on August 10th, 2011. And because of my drink, I think you can guess the group dance is Sugar Daddies. So I made a sugar daddy martini. And then we have another group dance that makes me want to kill myself called That Girls Just Gotta Be Kissed, which is the mom. So blah, blah.
Is that what we were called?
This Girls Just Gotta Be Kissed.
Oh, God.
Yes, that was what we were called. Hey, all you Back to the Bar Patreon subscribers. I have a really exciting announcement for you. On Monday, July 25th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Kelly and I will be hosting a live happy hour. Yay! So excited. On July 25th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join Kelly and I for our Patreon exclusive live happy hour event. Now, if you're not a Patreon subscriber, it's not too late. You can totally jump over at patreon.com/backtothebar. That's bar like a ballet bar, and join us in time for this special live event. But if you're already subscribed to Patreon, all you need to do is sit back, pour yourself a drink, and just click on the Patreon invitation, get on the list, and get ready for some fun on the 25th. So we will see you there. And now it's time to head back to the bar. So we open up the episode with a
where else but the donut store?
With a shot.
Guess who chose to go there?
The donut connection.
Yeah, who wanted to meet at the donut store?
It wasn't me. I did not set up that meeting. I said I needed to talk, and I just received a location. So we were at the donut connection. And of course, well, first of all, I'm sitting there. I have my hair in a French twist. I'm very fancy. So maybe I was like foreshadowing.
What you're trying to be Chloe.
No, I was getting ready for the mom dance is what I was doing. And I didn't even know the mom dance was coming yet.
Okay.
Yes. And so
you know what I liked about whenever we get into the donut store is that Abby brought her mom.
Oh my God, I know.
Did you see her in the background? I'm
yes.
like, oh, let's bring mommy to your meeting.
Well, she tells us the best thing a parent can do is raise independent kids. And she tells our kids all the time that
and she's like 40 some years old.
And she's
her
bringing
mom
her
mom. Yeah.
Yes. So
Well,
I think
she might have thought you were going to attack her or something because you were
shut
psycho,
up.
the day before.
Shut up. So we do get a flashback of one of my finest moments on national television, which I have to say, again, I hate that scene. I hate it. I hate my behavior, whatever.
Just wait. I blow you away.
Yeah.
Just give me a few seasons.
And then I go on to say to Abby that I deserve an apology too, because Abby gave Maddie 2 solos, but I will be the bigger woman, which I'm surprised I didn't go to like a low blow fat joke there, because that seems like where I would just insert one, but I didn't. So good for me. And then talking to Abby, she pulls out some contract, she pulls out this contract and she tells me that I need to sign it before I get back on her property. And then I go on to say I wasn't wrong based on the last 2, the year, 2, 3 years. And I should have left after that. I'm saying this to her. Okay. And she tells me I should have left after the first month. And I said, I should have. And she goes on to say, which this actually made me physically sick to hear her say this. She said, Chloe wouldn't be a national title holder and she would be nothing. Like how rude and like, she's so mean. Like, who says that about a little 9-year-old? Yeah. She would be nothing. Like that hurt me to even see.
Yeah.
I hated that.
Then she stands up and calls you white trash too.
Well, we'll get to the white trash, but I do want to point out. So I was leaving the studio when I said I should have left. I was actually leaving the studio the summer before the show started because I had had enough of the bullshit that went on in that studio, which we can point out that half the studio left that year. Our entire group left. Yeah. We had a big group. Everyone was tired of the same bullshit that we were tired of. They were all smart and left. We didn't. I went in and had a meeting with Abby to quit. And what had happened was that Chloe had gone and competed for a national title at DEA that summer, earlier in the summer. And we were waiting for them to announce who the overall winner was for that year, which wasn't announced until August. I went in to quit. I was telling her I was leaving, and we got a call like 2 days later that Chloe was a national title holder, which when you win a national title, you cannot leave your studio. And then the show started. Yeah. So
you were sucked in.
I was sucked in. So when everyone's like, you should leave, you should leave, you should leave, I was leaving. Like I was leaving. I was done with the bullshit. I was leaving. So she hands me this contract. She's being unbelievably rude. And then I said, which I actually thought that was pretty rude of me. I said that she was dumb for letting people walk out left and right. I should have been a little bit maybe more PC about that. But it was true as a business owner. Yeah. Like, why would you let
It wasn't very smart. Yeah. No. Why would you let people leave instead of trying to make them happy? Yeah.
Yeah. And she was totally not having it. She was just like, whatever. And that's when she called me white trash when she was leaving.
Yeah. She loves to call people white trash.
She does. She does. She loves to call
I think she does in every episode. Mm-hmm. But usually it's me.
Or me.
she called Dawn that too.
Oh yeah.
Minister Dawn.
Yeah. But yes, she had her mom in the back and little Mrs. Miller standing outside, which actually with Brian, one of the show producers. And then I go to talk about the contract, which says I'm not allowed in the den, the dressing room. I agree that I'm in the wrong. Well, here's the problem with this contract. I'm filming a television show.
Yeah, how can you not walk in the dressing room?
Walk into these places. So I'm like, I'm not signing this. This is stupid. Yeah. I'm going to have to. So then what? I signed this contract that says I'm not going into these places because I signed it with Abby. Then every time a producer says, we need you in here, she pulls out this contract and screams at me, get out, you signed this. Get out of here. So no, I didn't sign that. And then I go on to say it's important for Chloe to stay at the studio because she's a national title holder, which goes back to the story I just told. And then I say, do I sell my soul for a crown? Which
you should have been like me and told her to take that crown and shove it up her ass. I think I say that in a few episodes later.
Yeah. And then
take that crown and shove it up your ass.
Oh God. But
I truly meant that.
I know you did. So then we see Pittsburgh. The girls run into the studio and Abby's very disappointed because she knows they could have all done better on their solos. But didn't she just say the entire last episode that she had faith in them? But now she's disappointed.
Yeah. Hey, I was just glad she didn't bring Paige up.
Yeah,
do you notice they totally skipped Paige on the pyramid?
They did skip Paige. So we have a very monumental moment happening in Dance Moms because Abby, for the first time, has on one of her rhinestone crap matching ensembles.
Hey, at least it was rhinestone. It wasn't plastic.
No, it is plastic. It was
plastic rhinestone.
It was plastic rhinestone. It was a black plastic bracelet with like hot pink rhinestones in it. She had a hot pink like embroidered shirt. She had a hot pink sequined headband. She had a plastic pink watch, but it was that coordination. So this is the first headband we see in the episode. So we're going to play a drinking game this episode, and it is to drink every time there's a headband. So drink.
Okay, we might need a refill.
Oh, you're going to need a refill. Just you wait. Oh my God, that's so bad.
My drink is good this week because it's very refreshing and light.
Mine is too thick.
I like that.
And then Abby says, it's a really important week. And Paige goes, the ALDC showcase.
I know. How cute is she?
She is so cute.
I'm just glad she wasn't like upset.
And singled out.
And yeah, so that worked out well.
But then they show a clip of Chloe up close and she is clearly crying. Her eyes are red. She was clearly crying in that pyramid. And when they pull back, you can see that she and Paige are sitting there holding hands, which is sweet, but I just can't imagine what was not shown because I don't remember. But
I don't remember either. I'm sure there was a lot shown.
Oh, yeah.
A lot not shown. I'm sure they brought up Paige's solo.
Oh, I'm sure of it as well.
I mean, there's no way Abby was not bringing that up, but thank you to whoever edited and cut that out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then she announces that we're doing a group dance at the showcase called Sugar Daddies. And she goes on to talk about each of the solos, which is weird because you would think she would talk about the solos before, but whatever. So she says that Nia was good, but she forgot a part, but kept going, which was good. Now keep in mind what she says there, because later, forgetting choreography, not in this episode, but later on in the seasons, that becomes a crime punishable by death. Like if you forget a drop of choreography.
Okay. Let me just mention that Holly had her bag again.
Did she?
In Pyramid. Why would she be bringing her bag into Pyramid?
I don't know. Maybe she didn't trust people in the den. Maybe she thought people were going to steal it. Holly's pleased. Chloe was good. There were other situations, you know.
Yes. And I loved how Chloe turns and looks at you like, Mom, save me.
And I look guilty. No, I think what she was doing was, it was that bitch over there. Blame my mom.
Exactly. Yeah. Put my mom at the bottom of the pyramid, not me.
And I look really guilty. But then Abby tells Chloe she needs to fix her attitude on stage. Chloe has a terrible attitude on stage. What?
I missed that.
Yeah. And then I go on to say, I knew my behavior would affect Chloe. Okay. So then Abby announces that there is a Broadway agent coming to sign new talent. And your heart stopped when you heard that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My heart stopped because I was like, this is so stupid. My daughters might as well stay home and go to the mall with their friends this week.
And then you go, it's huge. And I was just thinking, huge like your hair, because you had this rock and roll hair happening. It was so teased. It was huge like your hair.
God.
And then she goes on to tell us that the moms will be performing and Cathy is going to choreograph. And I'm immediately like, fuck no.
How about the kids? They were like so excited. They were like, oh my God. Like,
I know my mom's going to dance. And I'm like, excited. No, I hate it. No. Cathy's super excited. And then you get this amazing 2-bit shot of us instead of like,
did you see my face? And your face? Like it's the two of us. We're just like, fuck us.
Yeah.
Like, I want to shoot myself.
I know.
I want to shoot myself. But did you catch Melissa's necklace?
No. Oh my God.
Oh, she had this necklace on. It was all these like little white and clear beads. It looked like bubbles or something.
Oh no, I didn't see it. She has a boba necklace on.
Missed that. Yeah.
It's a boba necklace.
That's what it was like, a boba necklace.
That's funny. I didn't see it. But then we cut to us and I call us the dancing hippos from Fantasia. Because, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were like. Exactly.
And then Abby, for the first time, tells us how important nationals are. They're coming, the showcase every week that we dance. It's an opportunity to make you stronger. And, you know, it's just nationals.
And how important it is for the dances that at the showcase, because that's whoever does good at the showcase is going to go on to nationals.
Yep. And then we're walking out of the room. And as we're walking out of the room, you can see Melissa hugging Cathy, like leaving the room. She's like, "Wee!" You know, because they're besties and they're excited. Maybe Melissa was trying to get a special part in the dance. She was trying to get a special part. She was getting the special part.
She says later she's hoping that she gets casted in a Broadway show with Maddie. Mother-daughter rule.
Yeah.
Forget about Mackenzie.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be Melissa and Maddie. Poor Mackenzie. I'll take you, Mackenzie.
Oh,
cute little thing.
Oh, and then Abby calls our kids mosquitoes because they all swarm around her. And she's like, "Get away! You're like mosquitoes."
Yeah. Well, how about they were trying to be nice to you? You know, like trying to have a relationship other than being miserable.
Yes. I mean, the bullying is so apparent when you watch the show back. It's just like, I saw it, but I didn't realize it.
But you can see just in that moment that the kids want her. They want to like her and they want her to like them back. And she just doesn't want any part of it. Yeah.
Yep. So then the girls are rehearsing with giant sticks.
I really like
I know. And then Chloe does an amazing straddle leap at that scene. Her straddle looks great. And then Paige does a beautiful bot mont. And I was like, see, they can dance. That was my little dance mom, like antenna went straight up.
There you go.
But then Abby is screaming at them that they don't have face. Like they are just learning it. Let them figure out the choreography and then they can add their faces.
And then they can add their faces. Yeah.
Yeah. But what was funny about it was that she was talking about, hold on, before I tell you what she was talking about, we are in a new interview with a new headband. So drink, it's green.
Oh my goodness.
You just wait, Kelly.
This bitch is going to have me drunk. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about her with all them headbands.
You just made me spit out my gross drink. So in the interview, I got that totally wrong. She has a green headband on in rehearsal. And then we go to an interview and she's wearing another headband. So that's another drink.
Oh,
drink again.
Goodness.
Okay. So then she's explaining that props are a nightmare. Well, if props are a nightmare,
why are we using
the power to take them away?
Or you can, like a sugar daddy is not that fat.
No.
A sugar daddy is kind of long and skinny.
Like
yes.
Us.
So why is, why did she make it like fat? Well, I think to make it more difficult to dance with.
And it just makes me think back to when they were 4 and they were witches. Remember
we had those brooms. We couldn't dance. We could barely walk and talk or walk and listen to music at the same time. And we had to walk and dance and have a
witch broom
prop. Oh my God. We were a disaster. That dance was.
And they had those big witch hats that were stuffed full of tissue paper. They were 4. The hats were as big as them. The brooms were as big as them. And then at the dance showcase, she turned the lights off and had them dance.
That was probably so nobody could see them.
No, but then like people got poked in the eyeball with a stick.
Oh, well, that happens here too.
Yeah.
It's in the nose and the mouth.
So then we go upstairs and the tension is.
Oh my God, it was so awkward.
Awkward.
It was like everybody was just sitting there quiet. And you know me, I'm never quiet.
Yeah. Or
I was just like, oh, I don't know that I should speak.
I know. And then we get a flashback of my bad behavior, whatever. And then we get a clip of Cathy saying that I'm a beast. I wanted to knock her out. She called me a beast. And I'm extremely jealous of Maddie. And Melissa is a victim.
But Cathy, we have to go back to where Cathy said in the last episode, she has not been part of our history. Yes. So Cathy doesn't know what led up to that.
Yes, but she's there to give her opinion that I'm a beast and extremely
we
jealous.
Don't want her opinion.
Exactly.
You know nothing about the group, so
be gone, witch. You don't have powers here.
And give her the Chloe's witch's broom.
Yeah, exactly. So then I apologize. And then you say in your interview that you can see both sides. You agree with me and Abby Miller.
I think I was on drugs that day.
You might have been. All right. Forgiven. And then Melissa, of course, apologizes too. And then I say that they do owe me an apology as well. And then we go on to say that Melissa shoves things down and pretends that everything is all right. And we all just need to move on. Oh no, Melissa said we all just need to move on. And then
she said she didn't want to talk about it.
She never wants to talk about it.
She said it's over with. I just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. So that's like the third big thing that she just doesn't want to talk about, which actually in that moment, I'm fine not to talk about it. I want to let it go and move on too. So great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the problem is whenever you keep letting this stuff go, that's why it bottles up and then you explode like you did, because you didn't talk about the bad things that happened before that.
So
if you would just talk about them when they happen, I don't think it would get to the point that it got to.
Yeah, but she would also say, I don't want to talk about it then, because that was the history of it. And then you want to go down and ask how much longer. Why do you always want to go downstairs?
Because they tell me to. I would never want to go in and talk to that woman. I don't care.
You always
I was the only one that ever had enough balls to walk into the room.
Oh, I don't know. My balls get pretty big coming up. So
yeah. Well, at this point, I was the only one who would go in the stupid room.
Yep.
And then we take turns, me and you. Nobody else ever goes in the room other than Cathy, and she's allowed because she's a colleague, and Melissa's allowed because she's an employee.
Then we cut to Cathy in Studio A, and she is doing choreography.
Okay, but wait a minute. That's what I was just going to say. She has her freaking shoes on
and
dancing.
She has like wooden wedges.
It's not like she just walked into the room with her shoes on. She was dancing
in her little wooden wedges. And those leggings are a little tight. I'm just saying. I know leggings are tight, but I could see a lot in those leggings. And then, all right. And then she's sure we have 2 left feet. She doesn't know what she's going to do with us. And then we come in. And I have to ask, are you wearing one of your infamous Aeropostale jogging suits?
No, that was not. That was a BCBG.
Oh,
I stepped it up a little bit.
Well, Kelly for years had this rotation of Aero sweatsuits.
Hey, they were comfy.
You had about 17 of them, and they all said Aero across the ass.
Yep. Like my ass wasn't big enough. I needed a sign on it, you know.
Wear them to the studio. Brittany will still bring it up. She's like, remember all of Kelly's Aero sweatsuits?
Oh, be quiet. I don't have them anymore. I did get rid of those.
That's the one thing you got rid of.
The one thing I got rid of because you all made fun of me. But I was, you know what? You wore stupid stretch and go shit every day of your life. So kiss my butt.
We're gonna see it right now. And so you go on to say that you used to be Abby's student and it's weird to be back in the studio. But did you ever dance in that studio?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
And then the kids are upstairs. We begin rehearsing. The kids are upstairs and they are so damn cute. I could just squeeze them all. So cute. I know. I wish I could go back just one day to that moment in time and like see those little girls. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why people always are surprised when they're like 24 because they only think that they're them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
they were having so much fun up there.
Mocking us.
That's what I like to see is them having fun.
Show more fun, less tears.
Not crying. Yeah.
No, exactly. Then Holly shows up with smoking guns. Jesus. Holly's arms are like chiseled.
Yeah.
Absolutely chiseled.
And her little tight tank top.
Yeah. And then did you hear Cathy said happy birthday? So it was Holly's birthday. Just a little side note for anybody is listening. Mm-hmm.
So that was May.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was definitely May. So then Cathy goes on to say that I'm late and she's wearing this necklace. Oh my God. She has some ugly freaking necklaces in this episode. Yeah. She's got like a bunch of things going on, like layers and layers and layers. And I think she's trying to be like Coco Chanel. Well, she's not. And then she has on like this plastic rhinestone. Actually, maybe she stole it from Abby. It looks like chandeliers. I sneak in and I'm wearing one of my Stretch and Grow shirts, which yes, I am. And Stretch and Grow was actually my business that I owned during season 1 of Dance Moms. Cause everyone's like, what is that? And what did I do? I owned like a children's fitness business and that was my shirt. And so you guys are practicing. And I don't know what to do because Cathy tells me, just follow along and you turn around and
Cathy says, thanks for gracing us with your presence.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so glad to be here. And then when you're dancing, you turn around and you give me this look and it's like you are trying to send the dance to my brain through osmosis, which I appreciate. You're like, here it is, accept it so you know it. And then I explain that I have to participate in dance or Abby's going to torture Chloe.
Well, I think that was a good decision.
Oh yeah.
Like why torture ourselves over this
Yeah.
stupid dance when she's just going to take it out on the kids. So.
Exactly.
Believe me, otherwise I would not have been doing it either.
Exactly. And then we see Paige and she says, my mom said she was a good dancer. Things must have changed.
I think that was the best line of the show.
Yeah, it was so funny. And that was just her sitting up there with her friends. That wasn't like an interview. She's just
nobody was telling her to say that. That was honestly Paige. How about them like leaning up against the glass?
I know.
I
was waiting for one of them to knock on the window.
Yeah.
Like point your
like
foot.
we used to do.
Yeah. And then we hear from Cathy that Holly took an African dance class in college and she has an easy rhythm like a lioness. And Cathy is so excited to dance with Holly. And I'm having a fit. And this is when I flip out and I say, no one wants to see a bunch of fat ass old moms on stage. I stand by that.
I do too. I back you on that statement 100%.
Nobody came to this recital to watch us humiliate ourselves. Although maybe they did. I don't know.
People probably loved it.
Oh.
Especially because me and you were out there.
Yeah. You mean because we're the favorite or because they like to mock us?
Because they wanted to see us humiliate ourselves.
Exactly. So then Cathy says, I'm very lacking. So whatever. And then Abby calls us in and headband.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. I'm holding baby Clara. Then we hear that there's a casting associate from Telsey and Company coming. And she says that they just casted Annie. And Chloe is like, oh, and she looks, and then Paige is excited.
They were all excited about that.
Yeah, it was really
Meanwhile,
cute.
I wanted to look at them and say, don't worry, kids, you have no chance.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited.
Don't get too excited. But I don't know if you remember this. They were casting Annie and Brittany Pent, I will say her name because I don't think she cares. She actually made it really far for the role of Pepper.
Aw,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
cool.
She made it really far.
Cool.
And then we hear Caesar is coming, and the entire time the girls are standing there and they're holding their props, and instead of sticks at this point, they've morphed into like foam tombstones. They're enormous.
They're tombstones on a stick.
They're tombstones on a stick. And then, oh my God. And then there's me in a stupid interview saying, I'm so happy that Chloe gets to audition.
She finally has a chance without Maddie.
Like, shut the hell up. Like, stop talking. That's why people hate you. God, I'd like to knock myself out. But my hair is like super flat, no volume. I probably just crawled in there and like did
I took all the volume that week.
You took all the volume that week. And then Abby, we see her in an interview and she's telling us what you need to bring to an audition. And she's wearing a new red headband.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you.
Rid of the headbands.
This episode is called A Plethora of Headbands because there's a plethora.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Well, how about she's talking about the headshots and stuff and they go to the photographer.
Yeah.
And the photographer's taking dance shots.
I know. I know. They're doing dance shots. Well, do you know why? I know why.
Why?
The storyline didn't air. They were looking to take dance shots they were going to choose a winner of who was going to be on the cover of the program. So that's why they were taking those pictures. They just never did it. I still have the picture because they did mock-ups of each of the girls on the program. I have Chloe's. I have it downstairs. Yeah.
It just didn't make sense though, because she was talking about having headshots and then they showed them doing like dance photos. I'm like, well, whatever.
Well, that's
they could have just like pretended and took one headshot.
Exactly. And then we get back to rehearsing and Nia is getting screamed at. And then Abby says, I've told her 10 times, which I'm like, why do you have to again, bully people?
But do you understand, maybe her leg
doesn't go that way
higher.
At that point.
I want to look at, I think I would love one of those kids one time to turn around and say, you know what, why don't you do it? And let me see how high your leg is in the back.
Yeah.
Demonstrate for me, please.
Right.
I don't know how to get my leg higher. Miss Abby, can you demonstrate?
Yeah, exactly. And then I don't know who it was, but someone says they're heavy. It might have been Paige. It kind of sounded like her voice, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Says that the props are heavy. Well, let me tell you.
Oh my goodness.
You do not say a prop is heavy. That'll get you fired.
Exactly.
But here's the thing though, is on the flip side, Abby would have said, if something isn't right, open your mouth and say something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Open your mouth and say something.
Yeah.
And then Paige says the props were bigger than her.
They were.
They were. And we watched the girls rehearse, and then dun dun dun, Brooke gets hit.
Oh my God. Another injury for my family.
And she's crying. And
meanwhile, I say that Brooke never cries. Brooke does not ever cry.
No.
And she has cried twice in 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is
she
crazy.
doesn't cry.
Nope. And then you creep in the studio and you're wearing shoes, which I want to point out. You do have your shoes on, which yay, go you.
It was an emergency. There was an injury.
There was no time to take off your shoes and put on the little medical slippers, which eventually that happens in the future.
Yeah.
You start to wear the little shoe covers. And then you say, stop crying, go back to dance. But I get it. I know why you did it. But when you say that, I can see your microphone.
I know. I could see it too.
Yeah.
I see it a lot in this dress because you can even just see the wire coming down because my dress is thin and tight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Abby tells us the show must go on. And Brooke is very upset. And then she says, I would never get hit in the face with a pom-pom.
Okay. Again, that was a producer telling her to say that. Oh, I would never get hit in the face with a pom-pom. Okay. Like whoever came up with some of those lines needed to have some work on those.
Yeah. Cheesy. And then we're in Shady Side.
Shady Side.
This is my favorite scene of the episode because it's so ridiculous. We're so stupid. We're passing out flyers and we're giving them to people. We're like, bring your friends.
I'm like, this is punishment. You're like, Abby's making us do this.
Yeah. But listen, I think anytime we get to go out of the studio, that's a punishment.
Yeah.
Let's
and we got to stop and have some drinks.
Yeah. And then I said that I've never been ignored by 3 guys at once or rejected by 3 men at once.
Yeah. They were passing us right up.
Left and right.
I'm like, rude.
Yeah. And then I go on to say, it's a dance recital. There's rhinestones and sequins. We're in Shady Side. We're all the gay men.
But we found one.
We did. We found him later. And then, but before we find him, we stop for a cocktail. The gif of us toasting, I see this gif all the time. I promise you, if you go on your phone and you like put in dance moms for gifs, like you're sending them, this gif will come up. It might be further down. This gif is everywhere of us toasting here. Hysterical. So it's everywhere. And then I say, why did we get this? Or you say, why did we get this job? Melissa's the friendly one. And
she
then
is. Me and you are not friendly.
Oh, and then I say, I like this job. And then we're taking our drinks in a to-go cup.
Wait, those are our mommy juice glasses.
I know. I bought them. Did you see me? I was holding a little bag that I had bought in the stores earlier.
They were so cute.
They were so cute. We put them in our mommy juice glasses. And I said, oh, they're iced, or people will think they're iced tea. No one
how about us sitting there and you're saying that you're afraid somebody's going to see us drinking during the day? Okay,
you're on TV. People are going to see you.
Yeah. And it's not like that's the first time you ever did that.
Oh, true. I forgot about that part. So after we make our roadies, and
I say it looks like iced tea. I'm like, oh, don't worry. It looks like iced tea.
And then they see us outside and we are so excited. We have a new pep in our step. We're like, hello.
Yeah.
We're flagging everyone down. And then we meet our guy who tells us that he's a dancer and he just auditioned for Naked Boys Singing, and we lose our shit.
Yeah, we're like laughing at him. I don't think he was very happy with us.
And he's like, it's not that funny, ladies. And then we're like, oh, it's lunchtime. So we go off to lunch. But here's behind the scenes, 2 things. When we go to lunch, we talk about the mom dance at that lunch. And I say, I'm going to need a vat of cocktails. Yeah. They never aired that.
Yeah. They didn't show us at lunch at all.
But that vat of cocktails clip is in a million Dance Moms promos.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. It's in a million Dance Moms promos. And when we were sitting there at lunch, we were sitting on the sidewalk outside, and people, when they were passing by, because they were still filming us, obviously, people were passing by, we were stopping them and handing them flyers. And this little short guy walks by, and I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, would you like to come to a dance recital? And I jump up and I hand him a flyer, and I'm looking, and it's John Malkovich. Do you remember? It was John Malkovich, the actor. He was in Pittsburgh filming something, and he was living in Shadyside. He was just walking. And I was like, hello, would you like to come? And they chased after him and tried to get him to sign a release, but of course he didn't. But yeah, we tried to get John Malkovich to come to the recital.
Remember.
Yeah, totally.
I never remember this crap.
I know, I have the elephant brain.
I know.
So then we see the girls rehearsing, and Abby comes in the studio and she's wearing a silver headband.
Oh my goodness.
Ears. So here we go, because Gianna calls Chloe out that she's told her 4 times to put her hair up because her hair was down.
Yeah.
Okay. That day was Chloe's 10th birthday. It was her birthday, and she had just come from school. I was in Shadyside filming, and I forgot to put a hairband in her bag, but it was her birthday. And so she's like, it's my birthday. And she was really excited, you know, because they're 10, she was double digits.
Yeah.
And so when Abby comes in and starts like, you need to do push-ups. And then she stands up to dance again. And that's when Abby's like, don't you dare start turning again. Well, Chloe was probably afraid to leave the room.
Yeah. Brooke saves the day, coming and giving her a hair tie and a hug.
A hair tie and a hug. But Chloe is out in the den and she is sobbing. And Abby comes out and she's told that she's ridiculous. She doesn't know when she's crying. And then she says kids should cry when their arm is broken or hanging off or someone dies. That's it.
That was
and
ridiculous.
She just keeps harping on her. And it's really mean. It's mean.
But she says for the kids to go to her. But this is a perfect example. They're like afraid to even ask for a hair tie, for God's sakes.
Yes.
Like, so, you know, it kind of all goes back to like the beginning when the kids are trying to be friendly with her and stuff, and she calls them mosquitoes. Like, you just called me as mosquito because I was trying to be friendly with you. Now you want me to come to you for a hair tie that I know I'm going to be in trouble for.
Yes.
So why would a 10-year-old go to you for that?
And I know that Abby knew it was her birthday because on camera, they brought her in a birthday cake. They just didn't show it. And so here she is being intentionally mean to a kid on her birthday. You know what I mean? Like, it's just mean. It's bullying. It's mean. Watching it it's hard because it's like, I know that was like a real hurtful moment for her. And I wasn't there to protect her because I was filming my own scene.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I actually think it was Brooke who told me the story later because she went in and saved the day. Yeah. She was the superstar. But that really made me hurt for Chloe. You know, it did.
I mean, it's a hair tie, for God's sakes. And Paige had her hair down, but Paige was allowed her hair down because her hair was short.
Yeah. So then you see Chloe turning and her hair is coming out of the hair tie. So whatever. Then Cathy, cuts to another day or scene or whatever. And Cathy is in Studio C and she is rehearsing. And what the fuck is she wearing?
Those pants.
Those pants. But I did like a quadruple take because I didn't realize that she had like a pink leotard on underneath. At first I thought she was just naked. I'm like, is she showing
that was a
midriff?
leotard.
That
was a leotard.
She's wearing a leotard. And then we start rehearsing and then we find out that Holly is not there because she's graduating, and Holly had on some really big beads in that interview. I'm just pointing out. And then we get a call from Holly and Melissa's phone, it's on speaker. We're hearing from Holly, which PS Melissa has a purple Palm Pilot at that point, which is so funny.
But how about you at that point, standing at the bar?
Standing at the bar.
You were waiting for me.
Yeah,
you were waiting for me to come with a cocktail.
I was back at the bar. Exactly right. I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Kathy says Holly isn't dedicated to dance and it reflects on Nia.
Which was very rude.
That's mean.
That was rude.
That's mean.
Yes.
And so, oh my God. And then we cut to the next scene where there is just a flurry of cleaning because a Broadway agent is coming to the studio and Abby's proud of her studio and it's always in great shape.
Her exact words, she wants it to be spotless and perfect. And we talk about it every episode. It's like hoarders. And there's shit everywhere. And
Well,
there's ants and like it
and
was not
dust
going to get
bunnies
cleaned in
and
15
balls.
minutes. I hate to tell you.
So she's in her curlers. Everyone is frantic. She takes great pride in it because it's normally spotless. She's screaming and cleaning. And she is at the front desk and she's like, get away from me. I just need a few minutes to clean. And it looks like she's saying it to Melissa, but I guarantee she was saying it to producers and cameramen.
I think she was. Yeah.
Because at one
they
point,
wouldn't leave her alone. Yeah.
They wouldn't leave her alone. She actually stuck a pair of pants on her head.
On her head. So how about she like put them over her face and like it was like they couldn't see her. We're like,
it's like a little kid who closes her eyes.
Still see you.
Yeah, and she had those pants on her head, but the legs were hanging down like an elephant trunk, and she's swinging them side to side to get them out of the way as she's sweeping.
She wanted to be an elephant like you.
Yeah, she was jealous.
She was trying to be you.
I'm the elephant.
That's right.
But those pants on her head, I will never forget that scene. And I was like,
that was hysterical.
Please show that. Please show that.
No, they only show things to humiliate us.
So then Caesar arrives and Melissa's at the front desk to greet him. And then Melissa keeps saying that he is here to see Maddie and she knows that she's going to blow him away. And then Paige tells us that he's really interesting looking with his mohawk.
She's like, he has a mohawk and it goes straight up. Like that's usually what a mohawk does.
Paige, yeah. And he goes on to tell the kids, his resume, what they're casting. Disney gets them all excited. Mm-hmm. And we're in the den getting them ready. We're all giving them like little pep talks and little like encouragement. And then Abby tells us it's a huge opportunity. Huge. They go in for the first time as a group to meet him, and Nia gets in trouble for having a piece of paper that's too big. Abby insults Holly to Nia and saying, your mom has a doctorate. This is the wrong paper size. And she's like shaking it at Nia. Again, bullying. It's mean. Leave the kid alone. Like say, hey, Nia, this doesn't fit. Go to the front desk and cut it out. It's fine. You don't have to make her feel bad, especially about her mom. She's saying
Nia said 10 times she wished her mom was there.
Yes. And then Chloe says her legs won't stop shaking. And then Abby goes to call them in and one at a time. And of course, she calls Chloe first. On the way in, Chloe is crying. Of course, I bitch. I say Chloe's first because she's the guinea pig. And it sounds like I'm the most obnoxious bitch on the planet, but there is truth to it.
Yeah.
There is truth. You put the ones to go in first so you see what they are doing and asking for so the kids that are later on benefit from that. It's just like why she always wanted her kids to dance last because the judges saw everything and then the last people usually got a better score. Yes. So I was not wrong, but I am a whiny bitch.
Yes.
So then Chloe goes in and dances. And then I say that Chloe, sometimes she either rises or she crumbles and it's a toss up. And I think at that point, like I wouldn't take that back because there were days that she was amazing and days that she just was like under too much pressure.
Yeah.
And then Nia goes in next and she keeps saying that she really wished her mom was there. Then she starts to sing and she gets really nervous.
And then they're like, do you sing? And she's like, a little. And she sang and like 3 words. And then she's like, nah.
Yeah, nope.
I'm not doing this.
Nope.
She's like, forget it.
Never mind. No, I don't sing. And then Paige goes in and he cuts her off. He's just like, you're good.
He just stop.
Yeah,
like,
you're good. Bye.
You're wasting my time.
Bye. And then Brooke goes in. And I have to say, Kelly, this is when we first start to see Brooke really just being 13. I have a 13-year-old now. I get it. But Brooke's hair is like this.
Well, that's what I have in my notes. That like we must have been. Paige's hair was a mess too.
Where were we?
I don't know.
We were there.
But it was kind of like we obviously didn't. My kids would never have gone into an audition looking like that.
And then Brooke tells it, he said, oh, you're Paige's sister. And she goes, yeah, she's annoying. It's annoying to dance with Paige. And then Abby tells us they're failing. Then, she pulls them over. And this is when she tells them that they're failing. But this is not an Abby Lee Miller problem. This is
it's a school teacher problem. Yeah.
And then, do you have reading comprehension in school? Then you and I roll our eyes. Like we're in the corner.
But wait a minute. Even Melissa rolled her eyes.
Yes.
And I think this is the only time on Dance Moms that I was in that Melissa said something negative about
Abby.
Abby.
Because she says they don't even go to school because we're told that dance comes first. And so they put dance first.
They miss school all the time for dance.
Which
I think that's the only time she ever said anything kind of, and that wasn't even negative really.
Yeah.
But she actually rolled her eyes at her.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And then we go on. This is one of my favorite scenes of this episode because Kenzie doesn't want to sing. And Melissa tells her to go get her keys and go sit in the car. She says, I spend all this money. And she goes, let's go. And she goes to pull her in Studio
But she tells her she spends all this money on voice lessons. And Mackenzie says, no, you don't.
She goes, you died. Like, and Mackenzie's little arms are crossed and she pulls her in Studio B. And oh God, it was killing me. Kenzie was killing me. So then Abby grabs Vivi and Ken's right before they go in. And she's like, when they say a question, you always say yes and put the S on the end. Yes. So poor Vivi, she's in the car getting the grammar lesson from Cathy. Now Abby's giving her a grammar lesson. Yeah. The answer is always yes. So Vivi goes in, she does her audition.
No, they went in together. Vivi and Kenzie went in together.
Okay. So Vivi wait,
here's what I want to say. They walk in together and Abby introduces them. This is Mackenzie Ziegler and this is Vivienne.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't Vivi have a last name?
I know. I caught that too.
Okay.
I was like, okay. So they go in and he asks Kenzie to sing.
I love it.
She goes, no.
Like, no.
And then Abby starts screaming, yes. You can hear in the background going, yes. And then
Kenzie's like, nope.
Abby's sitting there going, and she does the cut across her neck. Caesar kicks her out.
That was the best moment ever.
Caesar
because I've never seen Abby listen to someone ever. And he told her to leave and she actually left. Yeah. I was like,
and Mackenzie
write that down.
Is not having it. Like she is not having it.
Good for her.
Melissa is furious and she tells her no more singing lessons. And Mackenzie goes, well, I did a chin stand and it hurt. And Melissa's going, okay, walk away from me. It's so funny because we all feel that way about our kids at times.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful, like what is being shown on TV.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm dying at it. Yeah. Like I'm dying as a viewer because clearly Melissa's like completely losing her mind. But then as a mom, I'm like, oh, Melissa's losing her mind. It's so funny on both sides. Maddie goes in, she dances and she's great. But then she comes out. Abby tells us that she's not happy with our girls. And Maddie starts to cry. Melissa tells her not to cry. Go out here. We're not doing this. Absolutely not. Because she did not want Maddie to cry on camera. That's what I took from that. Yeah. But the girls are like total stress balls in that scene. Nia's saying she wants her mom. Kenzie says her head hurts. Vivi says her stomach's hurt.
Well, I have that on my notes. Like it's people don't realize how stressful it was
for those kids,
for all that, like Brooke being injured, the one thing, and then Mackenzie having a stomach ache. And I think Vivi says her head hurts or something. It's because they're under so much stress. People just don't understand what kind of stress those kids are under. Like we have this all going on and we're trying to get ready for the showcase,
which is
the recital,
huge undertaking.
Which they do 900 dances. And so their time rehearsing for that is being taken away from doing this audition and stuff. So
for sure. Then we see Cathy's C class pull up and she's going shopping with Melissa. And this is when Cathy has on that chandelier necklace and this tie shirt. And then she says that Melissa isn't at her style level. Then she goes on to say the costumes are great because they hide your hips and I have a big butt.
Yeah, she's like, especially for Christi, because she has a big butt. I'm like, Christi has the smallest butt of the group. I think she mistaked you for me.
Yeah. I mean, there's other problem
I'm thinking
areas
she got us confused.
My butt is not one of them. I have plenty of other problem areas that need addressed and hidden by a costume. My butt is not one of them.
Well, how about when she said that? Melissa loved that. She was hysterical. Mm-hmm. That was the happiest I saw her.
Yeah, Melissa also loves Cathy's style. She always likes her handbags. And then we see that Mufasa tells us in her interview. Did you see Mufasa?
Yeah, I saw Mufasa again. Yes.
Yeah.
And how about Cathy's bunco friends call her the purse whore?
Yeah. The purse whore.
That's a goal of mine.
Yeah. I would love to be
I want my bunco
whore.
friends to call me a purse whore.
And then we cut to the rehearsals and I explain all the madness. Abby explains,
Abby, like the Wizard of Oz up
yes.
there.
Chloe, your solo sucks. Please come see me in the light booth.
Yeah, she's like the Wizard of Oz, man.
Yeah. Because you would sit in the audience when the girls were on stage, and if you heard, Chloe, I need to know why you had one black bobby pin in your hair.
Oh, hey, I saw a black bobby pin or brown bobby pin in your hair this week.
Mine?
Yeah, I can't remember where it was. You had a bobby pin that was
God.
not blonde. Yes.
How could I?
Just pointing it out. I think
Ugh.
that made you on the bottom of the pyramid there,
I'm
bitch.
pretty sure it did. I'm ashamed.
Yeah,
I'm
you should be.
ashamed.
You should be.
And then Abby comes in our dressing room and she asks Nia, where's your mom? Nia's like, at work. Meanwhile, Abby
Poor
knew
Nia. Why does she keep bringing that up to her?
to make her feel bad.
Yes.
But Abby knew where Holly was because Holly had told all of us that she was graduating. She was getting her doctorate that weekend.
Yeah.
So, and then Cathy tattles, Holly's not going to be here for the group dance. And she had to repaginate the dance. And I was like,
okay,
what is that word? And then we see an Abby interview and she has on this necklace. Did you see that necklace with that giant? It was like a huge turquoise stone.
Yeah, I did.
With the peace sign.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
It was wild. It was really
I thought it was
wild.
one of her better pieces of jewelry, I must say. It was large, but it was actually at
wild.
least silver.
Yeah. But then Cathy asked her to be in the dance and she says, absolutely not.
She can't because of insurance.
Right.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe it was the video we saw
Yeah, I
or
was
the
just
purple
gonna
leotard.
say.
I don't think it was insurance reasons.
Yeah. So that's when we hear that Melissa's saying that the agent is here to see Maddie and maybe he will cast both of them in something together.
Well, we know he ain't casting Mackenzie because she wouldn't sing.
Yeah.
Poor Mackenzie.
No, not poor Mackenzie. Mackenzie was like leaning into that. She's like, nope.
Mackenzie didn't want to do it.
Nope. Good
He
for
was
her.
like, yeah,
No boy's ever going to push Mackenzie around. She's like,
Good.
yeah, no.
good for her.
Yep. Then we see everyone rehearsing.
Oh, I have to say,
Hmm.
did you see in their little gypsy outfits, Brooke took her back layout? That looked nice.
I did see that. There was a lot of Brooke in those clips.
Yeah.
A lot of Brooke dancing.
Then they did the rehearsal with that.
The birds. No.
Yes, I can't remember what the bird dance
Her
was
and
called
Catherine?
though. Yeah, that was one of my favorite dance.
Do it.
Well, actually, Haley was in that also, wasn't it? Wasn't she?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know,
But
but
I
that
think
was
Haley was gone at that point. Oh, Haley was in it the year before, and then they left the studio
made
because
it
of the bullshit.
made it a duet.
And then they met a duet.
That was one of my favorite dances. I loved that dance.
So then we see Melissa running down the hallway and she's freaked out about the props. But just for Dance Mom fans, Peyton is with her. Peyton, who comes in later episodes. Peyton's the one carrying the props. And you see really quickly, I have to point this out backstage. You see Chloe and Paige do their 20 handshake. They had a special 20 handshake.
Yeah.
Because the girls all did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 handshake.
Yeah.
But Paige,
This was just Paige and Chloe's
little 20 handshake. We do sugar daddies rehearsing on stage, and one of the props break, of course. And then Cathy says, this would never happen to Candy Apples. It would never happen. And then Abby goes on to talk about how the props are our fault.
I didn't see the prop break.
No, it kind of broke, but it didn't break. I mean, it could have been fixed, but Kelly, we were never asked to do the props.
Never. And I have that in my notes. It was she stands up there and says how, we
don't do anything.
Yeah, we would always. I don't care if I didn't have sleep for a week. My kids' stuff would be done.
Exactly.
They never let us take them home to do them, or they never gave them to us while we were sitting there to do them. Yes.
Then she goes on to say that she has to micromanage everything because anytime, she asks her to do something, not these mothers. So then we cut to the showcase and Abby is wearing an ultra thick rhinestone headband. So you know what that means. If anybody's drinking along with us, I'm sorry, you're probably drunk at this point.
I already had to refill.
Oh my. Okay, so then we see you in the hallway and you're already in your costume. and your head is going to explode. You tell us.
And do you know why? Because I have 2 kids that are in every other number.
Yeah.
And I have to get both of them changed, change their hairstyles, change their lipstick, change their earrings.
And Gianna's not helping you.
No, but I have 2 kids in it. And then I have to have myself ready.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell did my hair? I did not pull my hair up like that. I think.
Did you have Jill come? Jill came.
Yeah, that poof.
Jill did your poof.
Like, what was I thinking?
Jill did your poof. We're getting ready to go up and we're in the hallway and Cathy wants to talk. And I remember very specifically, the only thing I could think about that entire time I'm in the hallway is because I was so used to wearing thick Spanx without thick Spanx on and just those tights. I was like, I feel naked. Like I just felt so naked.
They didn't show any of that. We had all kinds of talks about wearing the tights and stuff like that. Do you remember?
Oh, did we? I don't remember.
Oh yeah. It was terrible. I can't even believe they sold tights in our size.
Yeah. I know.
That should be illegal.
I know. And I'm sitting there and I hate it. And people are probably like, Christi, what's the big deal? Why you hate it? You're just in a dance recital. But yeah, I didn't care about the dance recital. I cared that they were showing it on national television. That's what I cared about.
Absolutely.
And I was like, every ex-boyfriend or every bitch who ever gave me a hard time is going to watch this and have a field day.
Exactly.
So I was so bent.
How about me? I have the biggest no-no. I have a black hair tie on my wrist.
Bottom of the pyramid. That's almost as bad as my brown bobby pin.
Yep.
So I hate it. We go on. We start to dance. Melissa does a grand
tay. I know. Her back leg was not up.
No, it wasn't.
Again, Abby needed to demonstrate for us.
Yeah, you did some chaîné turns and a kick. Was your foot unpointed?
My kick was so bad. It was bent. My foot wasn't pointed. Oh my God. I'm surprised the bottom foot didn't come out from under me and I didn't fall on my ass.
But I want to know why you didn't go out and do your party trick, your split.
I should have.
That's Kelly's party trick. I have seen this bitch at a party being like, I can still do a split.
I can still do my split.
Bust into
even at
split.
age 52, I can still do my split. I was actually out a couple weeks ago.
Did you do a split in public?
I did not.
Asshole.
I did not, but we were talking about it and we were going to do it. And the person with me wouldn't do it. So I didn't do it, but I was going to.
And I do some dumb, like little hand thing. Whatever.
Yeah. What was that? Your jazz hands.
I just did a little jazz
up your knee.
I just want it off the stage. Okay. Yeah. I just want it off the stage.
Okay.
So the kids are backstage and there's a really quick shot of Chloe and she looks humiliated.
Oh, Paige is loving it. Paige is like, my mother is finally being humiliated.
Chloe's humiliated for me. Paige loves it. And then of course, Cathy busts into her infamous solo and you look at me on stage and go, what the hell is she doing?
I'm just like, really? Like we weren't humiliated enough just by going out there in those outfits, then going out there and doing those moves. And now she has us standing there like idiots. And
Abby is loving life backstage.
Oh, absolutely.
Loves it because we look stupid. Caesar wants none of it in the audience. He's so irritated that he has to sit through this bullshit. You come off a stage and call Cathy a bitch.
Well, I know I'm like, I look at, I think I looked at, was I talking to Abby first? And I said, she's totally messing us up.
Yeah.
She totally messed us up, that bitch.
And then you say you're going to kick her ass.
Oh my God. And you're like, Cathy was in candy apple heaven.
She was.
I know.
Loved that shit.
That like made her life.
It did. And
then I'm like, Cathy used in my interview. I'm like, Cathy used us to audition for that talent scout. Like, you go ahead and be Miss Hannigan, you know?
Yeah, Miss Hannigan.
Oh no, but I really said, that's what I said. Now she should be like Miss Hannigan. In my interview, I said, Auntie Mame. Let's see how she likes playing Auntie Mame on Broadway. But Miss Hannigan would have been better.
Miss Hannigan was way better.
I don't even know who Auntie Mame is. Yeah. Somebody must have told me to say that because I would have said Miss Hannigan.
Yeah, of course. And then Melissa's really proud of her. Melissa's proud of Cathy. See, I didn't mind when Cathy started because then I didn't have to move. I could just stand there.
I know, but I would have loved to just stand there, but like I could have been notified. We're like looking at each other, like I felt like Paige on stage. Yeah. Like, what do I do? What do I do?
Where do I go? What do I do. What do I do?
Oh my God.
I still have that costume.
You do?
I
I
do.
turned mine in. I don't want that thing.
I have it. Ugh.
Oh my
I
God.
should wear it for Halloween.
You should sell that thing on eBay or
no,
something.
I should wear it for Halloween. I'll be a fucking crazy dance mom. That'll be my sign.
You could be Cathy.
Fucking crazy dance mom. No, I don't want the solo. I don't want it.
Candy apple Cathy.
Oh God. And then we hear that one of the props is missing. So we only have 4 and there's 5 dancers. So Melissa says Maddie doesn't need to have a prop. And of course, who bitches about it? Of course I'm bitching.
Oh, well.
And then they go on, they do the dance, and Melissa tells us that it wasn't just not having a prop that made her stand out. It was her face. I think that's all she said. Chloe does her solo. She tells us that she was so nervous she doesn't remember it. Then Maddie does her solo, and Abby is thrilled, and the show is over. Caesar comes backstage, and he says, I want to talk to Maddie. And Melissa's like, can I come too? And then they go over, and Caesar says, you know, you were great. And then he tells us in his interview that she's a star because she uses her face. And then they cut to me sitting with Chloe, which, oh my God, like I am bitching up a storm. And poor Chloe is just sitting there like my mom is talking shit on my friend, and I'm going to sit here and just kind of smile.
Okay. Whenever we're standing there and
what did I do?
Caesar goes to take Maddie, you have to look at Brooke.
Oh.
She chugs her drink. I'm watching her, and I'm thinking, like, she looks at Caesar taking Maddie away, and she just chugs her drink. I'm like, oh man, I had her early in training early. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, that's something her mother would do.
Yeah, that's exactly
just chug that drink.
It'll make it feel better.
Yeah.
And Abby loves it. She loves what Caesar's saying. She tells us that, you know, she knew it. Melissa loves it. And then Melissa goes on to say that I'm just jealous and Maddie is a star. And then I look miserable and bitch per usual. Then the episode is over. Here's what I want to say. So in this episode, after the showcase wraps, I was talking to one of the producers, and that is when I found out that they ordered more episodes, that we were going to go on the road in the summer.
Oh, okay.
Brian pulled me aside, and because I had Clara, because Clara was obviously a baby. I was the only one with like a little one. Like you had Josh, which actually like taking care of a 12-year-old is just as hard as anything else.
Yeah, sometimes it's worse because God only knows what they're doing.
Exactly. But he pulled me over, and he was like, you know, the network loves what they're seeing, probably because I had just gotten a fucking crazy fight the week before. And he said they want, you know, more episodes. And so when people ask how the show started and everything, it was only supposed to be 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And so when he told us we were going to pick it up, and I think we ended up having like a 3-week break or something. And then we came back and went on the road, which we will get into in all of the summer. But it was sitting on those stairs that I found out the dance bus was picked up for a back 6. Yeah.
Oh God, we should have ran.
I know. We should have been like, yeah. So that was it. So that's like one more backstory. So, okay. Well, that episode wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't the worst.
It was just pretty easy.
Yeah, it was easy for you. It was just that Abby beginning and her like being mean to Chloe during the hair thing. Like I hated both of those, but other than that, it was fine. So let's talk about what are some of our favorite go-tos. Would you wear it now? Was there anything that it was really offensive? I can't remember the clothes too much in this one. Like you had that little dress on when we were in Shady Side. I had a black.
I like that, but you know what? When I watched this episode, I don't get rid of things. You know me. I do not have that dress.
Oh,
I must have lost it because I would wear that again.
Maybe
because it was very comfortable and it was very light. Like you said, where you could see like my cord from my microphone and stuff through it. So it would be perfect for down here. I
Yeah.
do not have that dress. I don't know where it is.
I
So
don't
would
have
wear
the-
that again, but I lost it.
I don't have anything that I had on in this episode, nor would I wear it again. Okay, so who's bottom of the pyramid for outfits?
I think we're all at the bottom for the
Yeah.
costumes.
I think that maybe you and I could be at the bottom of the pyramid. You for your poof and me for my brown bobby pin, and also
Yes.
your hair tie on your wrist.
Yeah.
Dance
That
moms
was
don't
a
do
big
that.
no-no.
Dance moms don't do that.
No.
I don't even know who would be at the top of the pyramid for an outfit because everyone's was kind of
Yeah,
bad.
I don't think we were very good at all.
No, we weren't.
Let's
we
just
weren't
all
good.
be on a row at the bottom.
Exactly.
Maybe we can put Holly at the top because Holly didn't have to wear that costume.
Yeah.
Lucky bitch got her doctorate and didn't have to wear the costume. She made it to the top of the pyramid, Holly.
Exactly.
I vote
Exactly.
Holly.
Okay. Well, Holly's at the top by default. How many cocktails did it take you to get through this episode? Your cocktail scale.
It was easy. This
Yeah?
one. Other than the mom's dance, so I'll give it a 1.
I'd say mine was about a 2, maybe borderline 3, just because Chloe made me feel bad. I did feel bad. And then did you have any felonies or misdemeanors?
The mom's dance was definitely a felony.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like,
The
we
mom's
should
dance
get
was a
life for
felony.
that.
And I think I have a felony for how much I bitched about Maddie and the casting agent. Like, God, shut up. What was your favorite quote of the episode?
Pages. Oh, my mom said she used to be a good dancer. Things have changed.
I'm gonna go with when Mackenzie called Melissa out when she said, I spend all this money, and she goes, Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, I
That
like
made me
Jen.
laugh. So I think that's it. Are we finished with this episode? This one was fairly easy.
Yeah.
I like an easy one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to record the after show over on Patreon. We have an after party to get to. So don't forget to check it
Yay.
out if you want to join us. And definitely don't forget to watch episode 6 before next week so that you know exactly everything we're talking about. Right? Right.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's about it. Thank you for listening and have a good week. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. Kelly wouldn't do. I don't know.
Oh my.
Where do you have more leeway? Don't do anything we wouldn't do collectively.
You.
Me. Yeah, you're worse. than
Just
I am.
behave, guys.
Yeah, be good.
See you
All
next
right.
week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Back to the Bar.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to listen to your podcasts.
And check out our YouTube channel, Back to the Bar, if you want to watch the episodes. The channel is linked in our show notes,
And if you want to join our weekly after party,
where we dish even more dirt.
like naked pizza, Kel, subscribe to our Patreon channel at patreon.com/backtothebar. See you next time.
See you next time.
Baby, I just wanna dance, dance.